Picture this. It's 1999. Your modem's screaming like a banshee. Your mom's yelling to get off the phone line. And you're downloading Metallica's Enter Sandman on this sketchy app called Napster. Illegal, maybe. Revolutionary. Oh, hell yeah. Want to know how this chaotic, piracy-fueled fever dream shaped the streaming world we live in today? Buckle up, because we're diving into the wild, nostalgic ride of Napster. All right, geeks, let's rewind to the late 90s. The internet was this clunky, magical new toy. We were all obsessed with the Matrix. Y2K panic was real, and music, well, music was still mostly CDs. You shelled out $15 for at Tower Records. Then, out of nowhere, to college kids, Shawn Fanning and Sean Parker dropped Napster like a cultural nuke. Suddenly, you could grab any song, from Nirvana to Backstreet Boys, for free. It was like finding a cheat code for life. But here's the thing. Napster wasn't just about snagging free tunes. It was the spark that lit the fire for Spotify, Netflix, and every streaming service we're glued to today. So, grab your Tamagotchi, pop in that Tron VHS, and let's unpack how this rebellious app changed everything. So, it's 1998. Shawn Fanning, this 18-year-old coder with a baseball cap and dreams, bigger than a collection, is annoyed. Why? Because finding MP3 South online is a pain in the dial-up. You had to hunt through sketchy websites or IRC channels, dodging viruses like you're in Resident Evil. So, Shawn teams up with Sean Parker. Yeah, the guy Justin Timberlake played in The Social Network, and they build Napster. This app was straight-up magic. It was peer-to-peer, meaning you were grabbing files directly from other people's computers. No middleman, no paywall, just pure chaotic file share. By 2000, Napster had 80 million users swapping songs like they were trading Magic the Gathering cards. It was the Wild West of the internet, and we were all cowboys. Fun fact, Napster's name came from Shawn's high school nickname, Nappy, because of his curly hair. How 90s is that? Okay, so Napster's blowing up, and the music industry, they're losing their minds. Record labels were like, whoa, 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 you can't just give away our music. Metallica's Lars Ulrich became the poster child for the anti-Napster crusade, storming into court like he was auditioning for Law and Order. Dr. Dre jumped in too, and soon Napster was drowning in lawsuits. Here's the kicker. In 2000, a judge ordered Napster to shut down. By 2001, it was gone poof, like your Tamagotchi when you forgot to feed it. But here's where it gets juicy. Napster didn't just die. It forced the music industry to rethink everything. People weren't gone. Nah, go back to paying $20 for a CD with one good song. They wanted convenience, choice, and let's be real. Napster showed the world that music could live in the cloud, not just on shiny discs. That idea, it was the blueprint for what came next. So, Napster crashes and burns, but its ghost haunts the tech world. Enter Steve Jobs, who's like, okay, people love digital music, but let's make it legal. Boom, iTunes drops in 2001, letting you buy songs for 99 cents. No more sketchy downloads, just a clean, shiny Apple vibe. Then the iPod comes along, and suddenly you're carrying 1,000 songs in your pocket. Mind blown. But Napster's real legacy, it paved the way for streaming. Spotify launched in 2008, took Napster's all-you-can-eat music buffet, and made it legit. Same with Netflix, which went from mailing DVDs to streaming Stranger Things because Napster proved we wanted instant access to everything. Even YouTube's algorithm owes a nod to Napster's peer-to-peer, chaos all about connecting people to content fast. Napster was the scrappy underdog that showed big tech what we really wanted. Music, movies, and cat videos, all at our fingertips. Look, Napster wasn't perfect. It was messy, legally dubious, and probably gave your PC a virus or two. But man, it was ours. It was the first time we felt like we owned the internet, like we could break the rules and build something new. Napster didn't just change how we listen to music. It changed how we think about access, sharing, and tech itself. Today, when you're binging The Witcher on Netflix or vibing to a Spotify playlist, take a second to thank those two nerds in a dorm room who dared to dream big. Napster was the spark, and we're all still dancing to its beat. So, what's your Napster story? Did you download NSYNC on repeat or get busted by your parents for hogging the phone line? Drop it in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more retro tech deep dives. Until next time, keep geeking out. Let's keep the 90s alive. Subscribe and share your favorite Napster memory below.